I want to tell this story that's about the shaping of the bayou, its development, the story of sort of individually lived lives, like the lives of my family who have lived here. And then also the story of the engines of growth and development, the sort of capital that has ended up shaping the landscape of Houston, turning it from wetland to something that is more of a spaghetti bowl full of infrastructure. I'm Veselka. I'm a conceptual artist, and I've been doing a project here about the Buffalo Bayou. My work in the past has dealt a lot with archives through an ecological lens. I collect things such as moving images, still images, natural and historical objects, and I comb through these archives to try to find the story that they tell. Nature is becoming increasingly artificial, and our lives are lived more and more in virtual spaces. The idea of scanning natural objects and bringing them into a digital world allows them to exist for machines. Most machines and the software that allows machines to do things like scan an object are created by humans for human purposes. But to take the technology and expose it to something that it wasn't meant to do, it has some surprising artifacts, and it tends towards extreme abstraction. The intention of doing this is to make people notice that we're programming these machines to not be able to recognize and interact with natural forms or beings or objects that outside of the human-made. What I look for when I'm collecting on the bayou are things that speak to the story of infrastructure, the story of growth, as well as the story of the sort of pre-colonialist period where it was full of biodiversity and wildness. The objects that I am creating with the 3D scanning technology are meant to feel like they have been sort of pulled out of this bayou, covered in all of its sediment and silt, all of its history, and the different actors who have affected the course of these bodies of water. The project, though, is not a criticism. It's more of an analysis, a kind of a deep dive into the sort of personal and social and political and wild actors at play